Where's my one man gone? When do you arrive back? You didn't exactly go far away. Okay, 3 days. Cool. Well, with the mod, you can get an Entente victory for sure. Yeah. I don't play that way. There we go, volunteers are in. So, I'm going to get you to join them. Blink. I'm going to get you to do that. I'm going to say... Hold on, that's... Oh no, hussars are a different colour. You should be red. And... I'm actually going to say, let's cut this piece off. And then we just have one straight line. Meanwhile, how am I doing for resources? Except for artillery, we could boost the number of troops that we have. I mean, actually, we're fighting Spain and we have superior firepower with lots of soft damage. They're not going to have the manpower against us for very long. And we have great defensive abilities, although we have... Wow, we have some gaping holes in our defenses. Although we do have a bunch more troops on the way. Where are they? I thought I'd be seeing their little blue lines to say where they are. Well, there's one of you. Where are they? Oh, you are. Where are you going? No. That's not what I said. Can you like free Catalonia in this game? Probably not. Well, you can you could free the CNTFAI, which would be a similar thing to doing that. If you like the whole communist thing. They wouldn't actually be communist, but they would still have the name. We've built all the defences there. How is the infrastructure down here? It is terry bad. So I'm going to say, let's beef up the infrastructure in Guardia. Like so. And then military factories, we have one factory. We definitely need more artillery. Just doubling down on that. And apparently we need some more. Right, because you're not actually going to be selling me anymore. And I'm not going to buy any more from you, you backstabbing bastard. I saved you. Well, I sent you some stuff. Who do we want to buy from? I really want to buy from Canada. I guess French Empire... no. Bad returns. I'm going to buy from the Ottomans. I want the Ottomans to be able to fight off whoever it is in the future. And I'm going to buy from Italy. Because mutual war. And I'm going to buy from... Germany? Nah. Australia. I'll buy from Australia. Sure, why not? People running in the streets of Madrid screaming, "The Portuguese are coming! The Portuguese are coming!" Which faction is strongest at the beginning of the game? Probably Communist France. Communist France. Although Germany is also very strong, having won the First World War. But they have a lot of big penalties. And generally, if the sooner the Communists go to war with Germany, the better they tend to do. If you let Germany recover for too long, then they'll come back at you with a vengeance. So early on, Communists. Later on, Germany. Even later on, possibly the Entente. Probably still Germany. Yeah, I do have tungsten for tanks, but the tank companies I have are terrible. My artillery companies, though, are pretty good. So I'll be using the tungsten for artillery, plus I have superior firepower doctrine. I just need to have more factories to actually build those artillery. It's true. I am, along with the nobody expecting the Spanish Inquisition. Oh, some Canadians and Australasians have arrived. Burden of the Empire. Colonies are expensive. They are. Navy and army experience. That's kind of pointless because it does nothing. I don't have any foreign subversives because I'm not occupying any territory at the moment. Now, with the exception of the Monarchy of Morals, which will take me a long time to get to, I don't really need the construction speed at the moment because there's not that much more for me to construct. So I think I'm going to continue focusing on my construction. The faster we can support state-sponsored public works, the faster we can get out the recession. We already are. But never mind, we can get faster into not being in the recession. The opposite of being in recession. Johannes the Dode, thank you very much for the follow. Or the dude, I guess you'd want to say it. Otherwise it would be Dirt Dode. Johannes the Dude. Dude! It is a Spanish focus. It is absolutely a Spanish focus. There we go. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. It's even there. Alright, African forces are beginning to arrive. The Spanish forces are looking surprisingly well equipped. We're actually kind of equal factory-wise. I have a bigger navy, so I can cut them off from imports. They have a lot more divisions than I do, though. At the moment. What's this? Ah, we beat Baratia. Well, this is going to go to the Dominion of India, I believe. Oh, the Princely Federation were in it too. It would be really nice from this screen to see contributions. Because I have no idea. I'm going to give the Princely Federation a little bit of land. I'm just going to pass a few times. Give myself some more points. That'll do. I'll give you those. Oh no, wait. One of those is really expensive. That one. No, but that'd be stupid if you didn't take that one. So I'm going to end turn giving Princely Federation. No, that's not Princely Federation. That is. Damn it. Let's try that again. Princely Federation. You. Ah, you took that cheaply. There we go. I think they did actually take that, considering these numbers. So we're going to end turn on you. Then we're going to go to the Dominion of India. And we're going to steal that and that and that. Actually, those can go to Nepal. We'll give you those. And then Nepal can have those bits. Oh, no they can't. I'll get 8 points per pass. Alright, let's try that. So those bits go to Nepal. So Nepal's looking a little healthier. And then, was Siam in this war? No, England, Nepal, Caribbean, Commonwealth, French, no. So I think everything else is going to go to Dominion. And that's everything. Another lovely peace deal brokered by the Portuguese. And you're still fighting against Madras. Let's see where troops were. You have some troops up there. In fact, it kind of looks like the Princely Federation did nothing, so they gained a bit out of that one for no price. Nepal got their fair share, though. Well, my front line should be, yeah, more filled now that the African troops are arriving. That was the main reason I was short, which I suspected. We still have more arriving. We should be fine. The threat was if they declared war on us before we got those gaps filled. And they failed to do that. Everyone's trained. Everyone is indeed trained. So I am thinking that we should probably train another of those. Concentrated Industry 3, excellent. We're still a little bit short of artillery, so I think we'll need to focus more on artillery development. If need be, you could fall back to the river in the north. True, except I'd lose Porto, which is a high victory point. Honestly, if Spain declares war on me, the influx of Entente forces will overwhelm them. I just need to hold until that point happens. Because unlike in most of these other places, they have somewhere to land here. We have ports. And the Entente forces like rushing through ports that they already own. Do I have a division in Goa? No. Pretty sure. No. Are those militia divisions good enough to hold the gaps by themselves? Let's have a look. Maybe not. One thing which I could do, actually... I mean, the Garrison divisions probably are. Is try and upgrade these. They'll be short the artillery, but they will have everything else. Let's do it. It will mean that you need to be retrained. Which is fine. Yeah, that'll do. Let's go back to speed 5, seeing as I'm not really actively fighting anyone right now. Non-aggression from Ruthenia. Non-aggression from Yemen. Lend-Lease. They want to give me artillery? Of course. By all means. Alright. Artillery is increasing. We are short on steel. We are very short on steel. Alright, who's not selling me their steel? Ottomans. Even Australasia is a little bit short. Italy can send me a bit more, though. And I will gratefully accept that. Thank you very much. How's the Civil War doing? It actually kind of looks like the USA is pushing them back. Come on, AUS. You just need to take out the CSA and then you've got this. Ukraine's in the war, which I think is going to pit them against White Ruthenia. Yes, it does. Germany should be fine because I doubt that Ruthenia sent them any troops. Meaning that Ruthenia's troops are still in Ruthenia. Bergman upgrade, marvellous. It is still August 39. We could potentially do with some Marines sometime soon. No, improved artillery, considering that is kind of the focus of our military right now. And I just noticed some Union of Britain transports sailing past, which means my navy should really be out. So, destroyers, I would like you to go convoy raiding. There. And submarines, I would basically want you to do the same thing. And I should really give you some commanders. Blimey. Come on. What? Why not? Who knows? There you are in Lisboa, that's fine. Do we have any... Oh, we do. Tomasz. Be your commander. And then Zortz's commander will be the actual decent one. Yeah. Hit and run. Perfect. What about Alpine troops? Yeah, I probably do need to research those at some point. And Marines. In fact, basically all the commando units. In fact, having commando units plus artillery might be a better option. To be determined. Still 39. Let's get encryption just so we have all the tactical bonuses against the Spanish when they do come. How much manpower do you have? You're an extensive conscription already. I mean, you have a fair amount of manpower, don't get me wrong. I have more military factories, but you have more civilians right now. May want to puppet a small nation across the Pyrenees and not call them into the war if you don't want to be bordering the commune. I don't mind bordering the commune, because Entente forces should flood into my country. That will be the Entente front against the commune. They'll stop these bloody naval invasions, or at least they'll reduce them. Udish. Non-aggression pact from Poland. Alright. What is Poland doing? Whose side are you on? Anyone's? You're in Middle Europa. Okay. Aha! Catching you! See? I blocked you long enough for the entire Entente Navy to arrive to kill these couple of convoys. Lithuania cancelled the Lend-Lease. No. Am I going to bring Brazil back under Portugal? Not a bad idea. Especially if they've gone communist, which I think they have. Alright, construction is completed. And we are still working on these. Gain 3 naval bases in Lisboa. And there's the infrastructure that I've been waiting forever for. Yeah, right. An overseas empire such as Portugal is a massive logistical burden to ensure that our ports are up to the task of the utmost importance. Very well. We'll do it. We'll build them. Wow, those join our Discord messages come up quite a lot, don't they? I might need to turn those down a bit. Oh no, I haven't been that often. Just seems to be kind of 2 in a row. Alright, advanced machine tools. Excellent, so that is all of the industrial bits done for now. You're doing fine there. We could get some aircraft stuff, but eh. We could get fleet and being to make us better navally, but now we're in the Entente, we don't really need to. Armour, not really worthwhile. We're still getting that. We could get engineer companies. No, let's get the Alpine troops. That was actually a pretty good idea. Chat's just quiet, some more visible. I do have settings set for a minimum amount of chat coming through at one time for those messages to come up, so it shouldn't just be a long line of my stuff saying, hey, join Discord. But I quite like the fact that it does have that rotating thing, otherwise I'm only really advertising that stuff at the end of each stream, and that's like after 5 hours or something, usually. Although I'll probably end this one in about 20 minutes. My voice is becoming a little bit hoarse. And also, too much Kaiserreich in one day. My mind is kind of going... And yes, that is an official term. I should probably give you a commander, shouldn't I? You can be led by Lopez da Silva. Costa Lopez da Silva. Cool. And we still have army experience, so I could no, we don't have the artillery. I really need more artillery. That is a common theme. I'm working on it, but still need more. Alpine troops with heavy artillery stymie any invaders. I quite agree. I think they would. It's not bad until you're dreaming of Civ 2 square movement. Russia declared war on Mongolia. Poor Mongolia. La Plata declared war on Bolivia. What was this? Send volunteers request from Carlis, Spain. But you're justifying on me. So not only are you trying to resurrect the Mediterranean bloc, you now want to send me volunteers. Just how hypocritical are you? Bugger off. I'm not going to give you experience. In fact, when is this justification done? 7th of December. Still got like 2 months. They're merely trying to confuse the Portuguese people for a laugh at this point. Spies! Yeah, that's true. Oh no, they do get sent home. I was going to say that's true, they'd start in the middle of my land, but that's not true. They wouldn't. They would be sent home in the first place. Oh, the Germans are pushing. Or are they? No, they're not. They're not being pushed either, but they're not pushing. Oh, yes they are. They've been pushed here. In fact, all of this has been pushed. That was all German. No, that was Benelux. Wallonia, whatever. Dominionists win in South Africa. The civil war that's been ravaging South Africa has been bloody and bitter, dividing across ethnicities, political ideology and ancestry. The Dominionists fought to defend the Cape, while the isolated South Rhodesia protected Salisbury with every man they had, and the Afrikaners fought furiously on 2 fronts. So that's good. That means the Entente retains control of South Africa. The Anglo settlers in South Africa have won the civil war. We must now remind them of their offer to protect our colonies from Middle African aggression. With no Boers to bother them, they should be able to push it through Parliament. Send an envoy. Not that you really need it anymore. Middle Africa doesn't exist. Who landed in Scotland? Offer of guarantee independence was accepted by the Union of South Africa. Cool. That would be Australasia. Up there in Orkney. Aha! Field hospitals. Finally. Let's get the upgrade. It is 39. It is indeed. And with that... Can we add field hospitals? Not really. Shorten support. I just need more military factories. South Africa accepts. Our friends in South Africa have accepted our offer and we now enter a pact of mutual protection with them. We can continue to support rebels across Middle Africa with no fear of retaliation, as they cannot defeat both of us. That's great. Did I know, Mordred, that old Dutch language is still being spoken in South Africa? I did. My old boss was South African, actually, and when we didn't want people in the office to understand what we were talking about, we'd just speak in Dutch. I mean, there were always a couple of little accent issues, but it's understandable. 19 width, so annoying. That's the problem with having 1 artillery in the unit. Once I have 2, it will even out. Okay, we have improved artillery. Marvellous. Now, engineers? No, that's just going to cost more support equipment. We'll get marines. It'll be useful for the future. And upgrade the artillery. But that is going to reduce the production efficiency once again. Oh, sorry, Maxim, I didn't see your message earlier. Have I checked out the game Oriental Empires? No, I haven't. Encryption finished. Marvellous. It is still 39. We've got a lot of technologies I want to get in 40. Not so many in 39. I still don't have either of those in my division, so I don't really want to spend the support equipment on them right now. Let's get heavy cruisers. Why is that 50% but that not? Screw it, we'll get heavy cruisers. And we can deploy. Hello. I want just one of you because I want to get a bit of a surplus. And we'll deploy you there. Off you go. Right, that should fill up all the holes in my line. No, we have 2 lines there still. Naval supply chains. Then let's get the Compagnia Ferrovia Imperiale. Now we can redouble our railroad expansion efforts with the full backing of the state and ensure our infrastructure is among the finest in Europe. Gain 2 infrastructure. That's not really a big improvement. The Anzacs love... Anzacs loves invading things. Loved. Until Gallipoli. Yeah, I know Ben Magnus has been playing Oriental Empires. It's one video I keep meaning to check out, but during the week I'm super busy. During the weekends I'm super busy. And yesterday I had a 9-hour pub session, so didn't have time. And then D&D afterwards. That was an interesting game. Yeah, I've heard really good things, and during the multiplayer game last week, Ben was talking about it in very good terms. So it's one I have my eyes on, I just have not had a chance to check it out yet. It's on my radar, though. Björn Jennefer. Not in England. Although Jennefer in Amsterdam, lekker. 9 hour. You almost sound Irish. No, Irish would have been 12 hours. Sorry. Okay, so we should be building up a surplus now. We are indeed getting some more artillery. I really want to add more artillery to my units. Plus, I want medical field hospitals. That's the word. But I don't want to do it while we're short. Best Jennefer comes from Skadam. Okay. I watch you all because I don't have time to actually play anything until after midnight. Yeah, that's how I got into Let's Plays. I always had them kind of on in the background while I was doing other work, but now I'm doing the Let's Play, so it's kind of is my job. It'd be kind of difficult to watch a Let's Play while doing a Let's Play. I'm not even sure if that would be possible. Justification has been finished for the Carlist Spain. Potential increase in stability. I understand how to do it. I don't want to. What I would like to do is increase my artillery production skill. He says with great hesitation. No, not until 42. That's 2 years. Cruisers. I would like to improve the quality of my cruisers. That's also a 41, right? Infantry equipment is 42. So we have time before those need to be done. No artillery. Don't want to do those. Yeah, I think it's going to be the cruiser improvement. Let's do that, because that's a 1940 tech, and then fighters after that. Why don't I spam infantry into my units? The width doesn't actually matter since you won't be having more than 1 or 2 divisions on the front. Because then I would need to transfer more factories to building infantry equipment. I don't have that much. That's the main reason. Can I show you what happened in German Africa? That. We split it between us and the French. Why me only? Thank you very much for the follow. Overwhelming firepower! Excellent. More breakthrough for tanks and armor variants. Not hugely useful, but once I start getting medium tanks, it will be. But that won't be for a while. Too many other priorities. I mean, I'm definitely in the stage where I'm now building up my military factory, so we should be ramping up our military production. I think Spain's left their war a bit too late, because I have the infrastructure in place now to outproduce them. Still have 100. How much was I short again? If I were to increase the amount of artillery in my units. $356. I need 468. That's going to be a while. What about support equipment? Motorized I have enough of. I need 390 support. Alright, so 500 and something and 300 and something. It sucks to be the commune now, all these major powers across the sea. Yeah, they are being hammered from many different directions at the moment. They are still holding the Germans back. Alemannia Ostasian Gesellschaft has done a naval invasion of Provence. Interesting. And yeah. Japan and Fentiang are kicking their living daylights out of Mongolia. Russia's at war with them too, aren't they? Yes. But also with Japan. Wow, this is a big mess. Like, everyone up here is at war with everyone else. It's a bit of a scuffle. Let's get another factory on that. And let's get some more metal bought in. Because apparently that's not been happening. Oh wow, no it hasn't. It would be really nice if there was a pop-up saying, you're not getting all the stuff you were promised. Like a separate pop-up. Rather than, you are short on some things. American Union State. I have a soft spot for you. I want to see you win. Alright, I'll get 2. Am I selling any of this? Not a huge amount. Greeks? No. Serbia has Constantinople. Well, that's one hell of a fight back. Bloody hell. Because when the Ottomans were fighting with Bulgaria, I thought, Bulgaria, you got this. Apparently I was wrong. Alright, let's have a look at some of these. We are sinking convoys, and I think most of these will be British Union troops sailing through from somewhere to somewhere, going through the navy-infested waters of this area. Wow, that is a lot of my convoys being hit by aircraft. None of them being sunk, mind, but just being hit by them. Right, what did we get? We got mountain troops. It's 39, we can get better ones. Do it. So if we were, theoretically, to upgrade these guys to mountain troops, what would the cost be? Whoops, that's the wrong button. Very short on infantry equipment. We could certainly do it with some of them, though. That. Still short. That. Done. Boom! Upgrading. Does that require more training? Shouldn't do. Same skill. Excellent. So we've got the infrastructure, so we can finally build the... Oh, we're already building them. It's fine. Industrial investments. As we focus more and more on getting an industrial base, we must find investors to help us in this endeavour. It will be a substantially but worthwhile effort. Oh wow, yeah. The Entente is here. They are definitely here. Carlos Spain has a CB against us. And because you were doing that, you've lost your chance to get an alliance with anyone else. Fact. Galicia is clearly part of Portugal. It has been for centuries. And it will be again. When I can afford the cost. Oh, I hit 6k subs, have I? As in YouTube subs, not subs here. That would be ridiculous if I had. Refreshing. Come on. Yay! 6,007. Wow, that's a big boost. Awesome! 6,000 subs. Huzzah. So they're justifying another war goal on us, and they are also trying to send me volunteers. You really are schizophrenic, aren't you? You must be. There's no other explanation. Yeah, France put too many troops on the German border, and now they're being invaded. Naval invaded. Absolutely they are. And the Union of Britain is sending more and more troops along here. And it's just infested with our navies, so good luck with that. Although you're actually getting through somehow. You guys are... Yeah, convoy raiding. You should be hitting them. Ah, we probably have the support equipment for Kiev. Ukraine's in trouble. Good. let's go and add field hospitals, because I think we can afford it now. Close enough! Yeah, White Ruthenia is beating Ukraine. Which I'm not so surprised by, because White Ruthenia would have had the troops there to withstand the Ukrainians, or at least to delay them until German troops could arrive. How good is my navy? It's terrible. Racking in that YouTube cash money. Not really. I'm still getting demonetized all the time. Which is why I spend a lot less time on YouTube stuff than I used to. And more time on Twitch, which is good for you guys. Not so good for those of you watching on YouTube right now, though. In probably a week's time. Right, do you need retraining? Oh yeah, you do. Oh yeah, you do. Not much, but some. Well done. Those perfidious Spaniards. Has it improved at all, the apocalypse? It's better than I initially suspected, simply because the 1,000 view minimum to be reviewed for the apocalypse. They have been enforcing it a little, but nowhere near as much as they could have been. So some of my videos still haven't been reviewed several weeks after I did the manual review, but nowhere near as many as it could have been. By the way, there is a notification thing you were complaining about, is there? There's insufficient resources. I don't think there's one which is no import requests, because failed. Australasia should be. No notification for that, though. So, no, there isn't. Marines! Okay. It is 1940. Hold on. Research. And I'm getting the heavy cruiser just before I get the... Or, yeah, just after I got the government upgrade company. Company, that's the word. Right, we've got you. I'm going to not bother with those guys. It's 1940. Can't get those yet. I can get the 1940 cruiser, though. I would like to do that. Your game keeps crashing around 1944. Do I have a fix? I've not had that problem, so no. Norway has joined as our ally. Hello, Norway. Welcome to the fight. Oh, they've managed to defeat all the naval invasions. They're still having some problems down here in the south, but it seems to be fine. That happens on pirated copies. Owned. If it's pirated, I have absolutely no sympathy. I'm sorry. I'm a game developer. If you pirate stuff, then we can't be friends. Still working on that. Still a stalemate here. Despite the fact that France had to withdraw troops, there is still a stalemate. Industrial investments, as we focus more and more on getting an industrial base. I've read that already. I should really know that. You got yours on Steam. Okay, we can be friends. With Kaiserreich update or not? Or just vanilla? Because usually those crashes are to do with a bad event. So what you might want to try and do is, if you're single player, go into observer mode for a day. Like the day it crashes, if possible, or around the time it crashes. Go into observer mode, fast forward for a time, and then see if you still crash. And if you do, let me think about this for a second, because I have had crashes in the past. Otherwise, just keep on reloading the save and running through, because sometimes they'll choose a different option in the event and then it won't crash. And those are sometimes percentage based, so sometimes they'll do it, sometimes they won't. Usually it's event based though. And then the final thing is report it to the Kaiserreich team. I'm not a team member, so I don't know the inner workings of what's going on. Research time reduction. That sounds good. A formal home for students from overseas. The House of the Empire's students now will be a beacon of pride and one of efficiency as well. This is an investment in academia. Surely we'll have more practical uses for our government as well. Marvellous. And speaking of time, I'm afraid I am going to call time at this point. So thank you everyone for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, do hit that follow button so you get notifications when I'm live in the future. And if you've really enjoyed this, then do consider subscribing as well. It really does tremendously help out the channel and basically lets me continue doing this. If you want to support the channel in other ways, then check out the Patreon, which you can find at the Patreon link, which has also been coming up every now and then. But hey, this is part of my spiel now. Furthermore, I do have a Discord channel, which you can find at that link. Discord is where the Mordred Viking community hangs out. That is also where I post a lot of announcements and things about when I'm going to go live in the future and what games I'm playing. It's also a very good resource for tips and advice about games. So, for example, Horizon, ask on Discord. You might get some information there. Also, it's where I post my announcements, which I've already said. And if you're looking for multiplayer games, it's a good place to do that. I do have a YouTube channel, which you can find at youtube.com/MordredViking, which is that link, where I will be uploading this series. So if you missed any of it, then that is the place to get caught up. And also, it has many other series. So, for example, Supreme Ruler, fantastic game. If you're enjoying this type of game, you will like Supreme Ruler. I'm pretty sure of it. It's more in depth. It's not quite as easy. And there are loads of other things. EU4, Mountain Blade, RimWorld, Warhammer, Total War. Still don't have Warhammer 2. Must get in touch with them again. And